Okay. This is, I think, 3 pages. Yes, it is. It's from Ram Gopal, and I believe I've got his information here somewhere. I'll take you there anyways. And this is a hyperlink to different parts in his video. So if you wanted to go directly to create slide number 3, this link will take you there. So it allows you to jump to specific parts in his YouTube video. Much higher production level than mine, and I learned a lot from him. Now the last thing here is when he talks about some of his products, and great, it's well worth it. So that's what those links mean. That's what they're about. What the real magic happens for us is when we start off with the instruction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for your convenience and for mine, I've downloaded the picture, kitchen. I put it into our Thursday folder, and now you guys should have it. If you haven't already downloaded it, I know that you're going to be doing it very shortly. Okay, so you've downloaded it to a location of your choice, and now that's where I get to start doing my thing. Everybody's good with that? Don't answer it. It's okay. We're good. I'm going to go over to PowerPoint. And it's a new presentation. And it's a new slide. And it's a blank slide format. Those 3 things are all together. New presentation. File. Blank. Not, if you go here, it goes into a template. So you can go here to blank presentation. The format is going to be a blank slide. Just like everything else we started with, and the majority of our presentations, we don't tend to use the formats, but they work perfectly. So, Home tab, Styles group, Format, slide layout, and blank. So, Home tab, Slides group, slide layout, and blank. We don't have to navigate to Pixabay because I've already done that for you. You don't need to download the picture. I've done that for you. All right. So the only thing you and I need to do is to insert the picture. So it's going to be Insert tab. Make sure everything's up, volume's up as high as I can make it. Insert tab, Images group, Picture, and this device. And you probably could go to online pictures to find it, but no. One of the rules I follow is I always download all my pictures ahead of time. I never do it in the middle of a presentation or in the middle of creating something. So now it's going to be view is going to be details. Today's date, so I'm going to organize or filter or arrange in date. The newest to the oldest, oldest to the newest. Actually, no, I really want today's files. Might do or might not, I don't know. Okay. Oh, there's none today. Okay. And that's fine. So let's try download. And date modified. And here's kitchen. Now, if you do download it and the file has a different name, as long as it looks like this, you're doing the right thing. Insert. Okay. This is the kitchen picture he's talking about. Now, I'm going to minimize the thumbnail a little bit. We're going to need it in about 2 to 3 minutes, but I'm going to minimize it a little bit. I'm also going to remove the notes because I don't need them. Just trying to give myself as much space as possible. Now, when we eventually get there, the morph can be found in the transitions. So you've got morph is actually the first real transition we do. But yeah, it's very different from all the other transitions. Just wanted to show you that. So the first thing we need to do is have the picture cover the entire slide. See, it should work, but you notice right now, if I click, it looks stretched. You absolutely want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the picture cover the entire slide. And to do that, instruction number 7, we select the picture. We select the picture format tab. Well, we only have one round tab, that would be it. Then we're going to go all the way to the right hand side of our ribbon to the size group. Then we're going to select crop, and there's a little drop down list. We're looking aspect ratio. Remember we did this with the horses? We did that in the beginning, aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio we want to have is 16:9, 16:9. If you ever listen to Ram Gopal's videos, he always is the cutest way of saying it. He says 16:9. So 16:9. And it kind of chops a little bit off to the left and kind of chops a little bit off to the right. We're going to accept that as that. So number 9, click outside your picture to crop the picture. Yeah, it does appear illogical, but what it does, it says when you click outside, you're saying, I'm going to discard the stuff, the gray on the left, and I'm confirming that I'm going to discarding the gray on the right. So click. Now, is it still there? Yes, it is. I'm going to prove that to you right now. It's still there, but we're just kind of hiding it for now. And hopefully, time permitting, I'll show you how to eventually get rid of it forever. So now we've done that. Now we're going to move the picture to the top left of my slide. And I'm going to take this corner down here. I'm going to drag it to the bottom right. That way, I'm going to fill the slide proportionally with the picture. Best technique ever. So click and drag the top left-hand corner of the picture up to the top left-hand corner of the slide. And you may not see it on yours. You probably see it on the video, but there's a red line going up and down and a red line going across. Okay, that tells me I'm in exactly the right location. Now the next thing I'm going to do is with the little handle down here, click and drag, and I can't see perfectly. Like so, and like so. And so now, like before, when I sized it, it no longer looks stretched. It looks exactly as it should. As it is, as it should, as it does. That's number 10. Number 11 is we're going to go back over to the thumbnail. We're going to left click on number 1. We're actually going to duplicate it. Doesn't matter how you do it. I'm actually going to be really, really lazy. I can either press Control D or right mouse click and duplicate slide. Gotta love that method, eh? Right mouse click and duplicate slide. Be careful because delete's below that. I'm not telling you how many times I've accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. So now we've got 2 slides of exactly the same thing. Now we're ready to create our first point of interest. And by that, it means when we do the morph, where is the morph going to take us? And what the process of morphing is actually amazing. It takes the first slide in a series of slides, and it actually tracks the differences between slide 1 and slide 2. And when it tracks where things have changed, it will actually look like it's moving. So when we get to that point, I'll show it to you again. So you've got 1 and 2, and in slide number 2, which will be instruction number 12. Okay. We're going to create our first point of interest and draw views to the picture by doing the following. We do this with dragging the crop select picture. So you're going to click on it. You're going to go to picture format. You're going to go to crop. Going to go down to the aspect ratio. This part is very illogical, but actually it works. And I'm going to do the ratio is 1 to 1. Why? Because we have to create our point of interest, and we want our point of interest to be actually a circle. Right now it's a perfect square. Yes, I'll come back and do that again. And what I want to do is I don't want it to be a perfect square. I want it to be a perfect circle. And I do that by flipping the page to number 15. Picture format, size group, crop, crop to shape, and oval. And oval, don't do the flow chart, do the oval. Okay, how is this going to work? Because it's the same distance width as it is the same distance height. Right now the width is 7.5 and the height is 7.5. So yeah, as weird and freakish as that looks, yes. Okay, and so according to Ram Gopal, it's not what we want. Close, but we're not quite there yet. So what we need to do is select the picture, which we have, and you know that because you see the little handles. Okay, and what we want to do, and then I don't have any magical way to show you or explain the next part except simply demonstrate it, and hopefully I will do it justice. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the circle smaller by a series of clicks and drags, and then we're going to kind of move it towards where the picture is, and eventually the circle's going to get smaller, and it's actually going to highlight or spotlight on the picture over here. How do we activate this? We do it by clicking on the circle and clicking on the crop. Okay, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the circle smaller, and then through a series of really freakish little moves, we're going to drag it over to where the picture is. Again, I'm happy to show it to you with video because otherwise it's really difficult to explain. So for the next couple of minutes, the one thing you can depend on me for is I'm going to keep my shift key down. So right now, and again, if you go and see the video, you'll see the shift key is going to be going down. Once I've got that down, everything I do is always going to be a perfect circle. It's never going to look like weird or oval or different shapes or something. It's not going to look like a kidney bean. It's going to look like a circle. So shift key down. What I need, and I wish I had a better way to explain it, check his video out. Shift key. And I'm going to bring my mouse down to the bottom right hand corner. Drag up. Yeah, see, it's becoming a little bit smaller. That's about the size I want-ish. Good. Perfect size. Now I kind of sort of got to move it over to the left and down a bit. The shift key goes down again. And there's no, as I say, there's no system to it. So bring your mouse to the bottom left-hand corner, little handle down here, drag, drag, drag. Then you're going to go to the right-hand corner, drag, drag, drag. Then you're going to go to the left-hand corner, drag, drag, drag. And then you're going to go to the right-hand corner, drag, drag, drag. Then you're going to go to the top left, or whichever one you like. I'm not dictating how you do it. Drag, drag, drag. Keeping my shift key down the whole time. Top right-hand corner, drag, drag, drag. Make it as big or as small as you like. Okay. That's, I don't know, that looks as good as anything. Let go of the mouse and the keyboard, the shift key. Then what I'm going to do, make sure I'm following my instructions, will be a really good idea. And so I've moved it around, readjusted it, and I'm going to click outside the box again, either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. And it's going to hide, not get rid of, hide all this gray stuff. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to be able to, this is to accept the move and the crop location. That was 26. 27 is insert a text box. And when we insert the text box, very plain, nothing at all, nothing. It's really nondescript. And it's going to be the painting, capital T-H-E on its own line, and painting is underneath. And there's a reason we're doing it this way. So, and it doesn't matter how you get there. Shapes, text box. And you might have to do a bit of fiddling around, click and drag. What font size? Ramgopal says 72 points, and I've also got 5 question marks behind it. Who knows? So capitals, enter. Painting, capital P-A-I-N-T-I-N-G. There is a reason we're doing this. Then we're going to make the font size. What? 72? Let's do 72. I don't know the correct size. That's about right. What do you think, guys? Don't say anything. Agree with me. And leave the font colors black and make it nice and blocky. And you can do any font you like. Of course, Ramgopal being Ramgopal, he always goes for his Arial black, but make it nice and thick and blocky. Okay, so you kind of sort of got this guy attached here. Doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's next to your circle. So now we've created our second slide, first view. Okay, and click elsewhere, and they're asking us to duplicate the slide. So click on here, Control D, and now we're going to start working on slide number 3. You're going to get the idea very shortly. So slide number 3, oopsie, click anywhere on our picture, click anywhere on picture format and crop. So the gray stuff comes back. It was there the whole time. And what we're going to do is we're going to move the picture or move the circle down to where, guys, I was waving at my screen with my picture. You guys can't see that. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to move this down to cover the tree. Okay, same technique or lack thereof. Shift key down. Don't worry about the text. We'll deal with him later. Bottom right hand corner, drag, drag, drag. Top left hand corner. I don't know. There is no system to it. I'm kind of sort of doing it the way I think it's right. Top right hand corner, drag, drag, drag. The secret to this is keeping your shift key down the whole time. Shift key down. Go to any one of these thick corners or lines and drag them. Drag it down. Whatever you think looks about right-ish. That's as good as anything. I don't know. It's imperfect. So I've got this spotlight, if you will, where I think I want it. And click elsewhere. Then I'm going to click on the text box and I'm going to drag it down to the right of our little tree. Hopefully I did it according to the instructions. I've done it so many times I don't even look at the instructions anymore. And yeah, I've done that. I've readjusted it, focused to the second location of interest, and they're going to call it the plant. The terrible thing is, all these years, I keep calling it the tree, but the plant. I still think it looks better than still think it looks like a tree. Okay, and click elsewhere. So then we're going to do it one more time, and this time we're going to take our focus of interest from the plant or the tree over to the table and the 2 chairs, or as he calls it, the seating area. And so to do that, duplicate your slide, and then we get to make everything move. So make sure you're on number 3, Control D, click on number 4, click on the plant, click on picture format, click on crop, press your shift key down, take a breath, and what we're going to do is through clicking and dragging and readjusting the crop, we're going to take this circle here. Obviously it's going to have to be a bit bigger, and something around the table. Some people like to do the big table, some people just like to do around the fruit. So step number 1, above all else, shift key down. And you keep the shift key down unless you have to not. Then I drag the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to drag the top right hand corner. I'm going to drag the bottom left hand corner down. I'm going to drag the bottom left hand corner up. I'm going to drag the bottom right hand corner down. I'm going to drag the top right hand corner up. I'm going to drag the top left hand corner down. Oh, I actually got that right. Holy capoly. That's a first. I think that I am not going to tempt the fates. That's as good as it gets. And so I just did up and down, down, up and down. I like it where it is. But does it matter if the text box is on the left-hand side? Heck no. So I like this kind of sort of where it is. I could make it a little smaller if I wanted to. Do I like that? Probably not. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to pay the price. I guess maybe that will do. And I'm actually purposefully making mine a little bit bigger than the slide. So when you see mine, you're going to see a flat line down here. It looks very cool. I'm going to click outside the slide, either to the left or the right. I'm going to click on the text box. I'm going to click and drag it on the outside. And sort of kind of where I think it should go. I don't know. I'm going to highlight the... There's a bunch of ways you can do this. I'm going to keep it simple. You can move the box and size it. And you can move it back here. And again, this part is entirely to you. Because we're going to have to make it bigger anyways. Ram Gopal says call it the seating area. I always call it the table or the down, okay? But he wants the seating area. He's going to get the seating area. I will move or size the box accordingly. Now, if you think it looks good like that, we can leave it. If you want to write a line, which I normally do, I think that actually looks sharper if we do that. So what I did, I sized the box. I clicked on it, so I made sure you can see all four sides. Then I went to Home tab, Paragraph Group, and Write Aligned. But it's your presentation, how you do the text box, entirely up to you. One more slide to create, guys. We are that close to being done. 10 o'clock. Yes, we are good. And so that's number 44. So I've done this so very many times, I don't even look at the instructions. I hope I don't forget anything. Now we're going to go back up to the first slide because we're going to make what I call a morph sandwich. Okay? And at the very beginning and at the very end, you have exactly the same picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select slide number 1, Control D, and I'm going to drag that down. So you're going to have 1 and 5 are exactly the same thing. So like I said, it's almost like you've got this neat little sandwich here, and 1 is on the top, 5 is underneath, and all the different pictures are in the middle. And that's how the morph works. So what it does, it goes to the first slide. Oh, that's nice, Deb. And press it. Then, knowing that it's a morph, it goes and it says, oh, I detect a difference between this and this. So I'm going to show this for you. So it kind of, you see this kind of thing, ovals over there. And so the picture says where the difference between the first one and this one, or these two, I'm going to show it. And then it goes to the second slide. It says, oh yeah, I see the circle has moved from here to here. So you're going to see it move because it always detects the differences between the slide before and the slide after. So that's what's going on. And then it does it for the third one. It says, oh yeah, the area of interest has moved from here to down here. So each time it detects the difference and it goes and it shows you what you want to see. And then when you're finally done, then you go back to this guy, which is everything. Okay. Almost done, guys. Almost done. So the last thing we need to do is the last painting is we need to put another text box in here. And all we're going to call, you can click any one of these guys that you need, Control D and Control X. So I made a copy of it and I'm going to paste it in the last slide. Some people put it on the top white area. Some people put it on the bottom brown area. I'm just going to put mine in the bottom area here. It's going to be, I think he calls it the whole thing or something like that. We'll find out. The whole picture. I will put the text, I'll put the space in there in a minute. So we've got a couple of choices. We can move this guy down here, and what he suggests is we make it reverse the black to white font. So basically right now it's black. He suggests we make it white. You let me know if you like that or not. On tab, on group, white. Yeah, okay. So we've got the whole picture. And you can put that anywhere you like. Doesn't make a difference. It's all good. Now the last step is to add the morph technique. Okay, this is the part that you have to remember. We select from slide 2. So it says, this is my original. I am not touching this at all. So I'm going to select slide 2, 3, all of them together, dead. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number 1 stays pristine. Nobody touches it. Nobody messes with it. We highlight 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's where the difference between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5. And so we select all but the first slide. Finally, transitions. Transitions to this slide, morph. But we also want to do the effect options. And we've got 2 choices. Words or characters. We're going to select words. And because what it does, it takes the word the, and I can't explain it without laughing, I'm sorry. It takes the word the, and it kind of moves around with the picture. Okay, yeah. So we're going to transitions, effect, options, and the option is called words. We also want to make our change duration from 2 seconds to 1 second. I like 2, but he wants 1, so 1 he will get. And okay. Now if you guys are ready. When I learned this, I absolutely was so happy with it. I was so tickled pink. So slide from the beginning. I want to talk to you about my beautiful kitchen. I've been doing some work on it, and these days, this is what it looked like before. And these are the areas I've changed. As you can see, I've got this beautiful picture. Before there was a hole where I threw the chair through the wall accidentally. It's okay now. The wall's kind of fixed, and it's fine. The plant, you see how the THD, it attached itself to the picture? Oh yeah, the plant. It's not real. The reason it's not real is because I'm not really good with plants or growing or gardening. I kill all my plants, so it has to be plastic. Oh, look, the seating area. Normally, I've got lots and lots of clothes on there, so normally if you come over and visit, you can't, you have to sit over on my couch, because on my seating area, I've got books and clothes and videos and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, that's the seating area when I use it. Oh, I got a new blender. And yeah, this is the whole picture of my beautiful new kitchen.